Oh, we are alive. We are alive. We are alive. We are alive. And I still have the old video from last week. Do we have any board article or what am I? You posted a screenshot or I posted a screenshot? Who posted a screenshot?
I posted a screenshot in our group chat. A lot of people are
All right,
buying that Pro.
I'm gonna hold up. I'm gonna take that picture and pop that over here. We'll talk about that in a second here. All right, we got the picture here. We're alive. We didn't expect to do this tonight. Pink was gonna stream some gameplay, but then this came up. I don't know where Fred is. Anthony is out doing stuff. He might pop in later, but the Discord is open. So if you have it, anyone that has it that wants to jump in here can jump in. But we're live here, and some news broke this morning, which I can't believe. I'm waking up to this every day. It's like once a week, every Wednesday, something happens, and now it's on Thursday. And what's going to happen tomorrow with this company?
Those 2 days in a row. We got
They
stuff.
can't help themselves.
Why didn't they just do it all in one shot? Say, hey, we made a ton of money, but we're also doing this. Like, they could have just saved us all.
So Xbox, well, there's Dreadpool. He's here.
Uh-oh.
He was driving before.
What did I just get myself into?
We're in trouble now. Or you're in trouble now.
I am, right?
I guess.
What's going on?
Work again.
I hear you.
Working.
Been working a lot lately, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
80 hours again.
Wow.
And I got to go back to work. So.
Jeez.
That's rough.
What happened? She disappeared. Okay. What is going on, Frank?
Magical.
Well,
back.
Yesterday was the big investors call, which we talked about on the show.
Yeah.
And this morning, so I was up really early, obviously. I was taking the kids to school. And I see that they're raising prices in Europe and stuff. And I'm like, oh, like PlayStation did that. They're all doing that, whatever. And then I go and take a nap. I wake up and you tagged me. You're like, yeah, look at this. And they raised the prices here massively, like in the middle of the day, all of a sudden. And these prices are absolutely insane. Like beyond what I even thought they would ever try to do. But they are insane.
I don't think this is a good look.
No.
I mean, it's funny because Mag posted a video the night before saying he expected the consoles to drop at least $50, and the next morning they go up $100.
Which, like, the system's been out for almost 5 years. That's bad. Like, even if they raised it $50,
it was $329 holiday of 2023 at Walmart. Remember, and they weren't selling, even though that was the best price to buy them at.
We got the Series S's for $150 that time. Like they were giving these away. Like when
they
came out,
Verizon was giving them away for $150. Yeah, it was like nothing. What has happened?
I don't know. I think they just don't care, and they're like, "Well, let's not lose any more money," and that's it. I don't know. This makes no sense.
Yeah,
but
you're more than the competition right now. The competition is $449 and $499.
Yeah, every day that this goes on, they're losing.
And I think Sony's obviously going to raise the price probably tomorrow.
Yeah, they're definitely going to go next.
Because
Sony, think they're going to raise console prices too, or just games?
No, Sony's going to do everything. Sony's been waiting for this because they're not the first ones to do it, and they're going to jump right in and be like, "Hey, everyone else did it, so we're going to do it." Well, the last one.
If they're smart, they'll wait a week or 2 weeks.
Macho Man.
Nice. Those are good. But if they-
Dreadpool
if they
dropped
were
out,
really
but he's
smart-
driving. So let's see if he comes back in a little bit. But we got Stevie Mac in the chat. We got Your Wicked Hot here. What's going on, everybody?
What's up, guys? They should wait like a week or 2 weeks and let everyone get scared and run out and buy all the PlayStations. Just buy the Pro. Like they're gonna get so many people buying it that are just nervous that it's gonna go up. They should just wait like a week.
Well, you're telling
And
me a
just-
lot of guys are running out and buying it now.
I've seen like 4 people
Oh,
already
yeah.
in the past hour.
I'm into a
They
Slim
run-
Jim. This is like a hot dog. Ugh,
It's huge. I had that once and it was good.
they are good, but they're not healthy for you. I gotta stop this. Go
But
ahead.
every day that Sony's cheaper, they're like screwing themselves because everyone is just gonna say, "Crap, I got to get one now." Anyone who wants to play GTA and Ghosts of Yotai are just gonna run out and buy that thing like now. Like even the Slims, like they're just gonna buy them. It's crazy.
You know, these companies, it could be the tariffs and all this stuff, but I think they didn't even go into effect yet. I think that's June or something, right?
They're so most of them are put off till June. Some of them are in effect now, but they're like negotiating it. So I would think that with the hardware sales being down for them, they would have enough here that they could say, "Hey, let's wait a little while longer before we raise this in case they end up working it out by June."
Right.
Like how many could they possibly be sending here? They're not selling.
Yeah, but
Makes no
there's
sense.
there's so many industries though because they don't know what's going to happen with the tariffs. They're just raising their prices now, so that way if they don't have to potentially skyrocket prices later in the year. People have been raising prices for a while, and this is just a way. Tariffs, no tariffs. It's just a way to raise money and blame someone else.
You're wicked hot. The trade values will go up. And by the way, GameStop, ironically enough, GameStop did not raise the price yet. Best Buy did, and I don't think Target did yet. Best Buy, it's already $5.99 and $5.49.
Oh, hang on a sec. GameStop took it down for trade-in. You can't trade in the Series X right now on their website. It's down.
Yeah, because they had to figure out what they're going to give.
Right. So they're probably fixing all this right now. Let me see if they put the system up to buy yet for that price. Because I looked earlier and like you said,
I
they didn't
checked on the
change
way
it.
home, and it was still $4.99. And then I checked Best Buy, and Best Buy fixed it.
Okay, so they have the price there, but it's on sale for $4.99. But you can't buy it. It has $5.99 crossed out, and then it says $4.99 like on sale.
Right.
So they're fixing it right now as we speak. So that's interesting. And the expansions went up too.
What?
The Seagate 2 terabyte is $359.99. $359.99. How?
So here's my theory, okay? And this is a Microsoft thing, not just an Xbox thing, but a Microsoft thing. They don't want to do hardware anymore because it costs them too much money, right? So you jump in with this. They weren't selling at $329.99 in Walmart Christmas of 2023. They really ain't going to sell $5.99 right now in 2025.
No.
You make it so that it's too much money. They price themselves out of the console industry. And the investors go, please get out of hardware. And they're like, okay, we will. We're not making any money on this stuff. Like you said yesterday, they weren't making any money on the hardware anyway. They're not even forecasting for the future. And this is probably why. Because they knew they were going to jack the price up as well. This is their excuse to get out.
What do you need an excuse for? Wouldn't you just exit the market to be like, hey, we're done with consoles?
You can't do that when you deal with shareholders.
Yeah,
You
you
have
have
to-
to have like
You have to get the shareholders to tell you, hey, stop that. And then you're like, you want us to stop? Okay, we have to listen to you.
Yeah, that's why they're gathering all this data, and they're going to show quarter over quarter the decline of sales,
Right.
so that they can say, "Hey, look, we've declined every."
They've done
quarter,
this
there's
with
no point anymore."
not just Xbox, but Microsoft has done this for years. They sabotage their own stuff so that the shareholders go, get rid of that. And they're like, are you sure? Yes, get rid of it. Okay, we'll get rid of it. Because they don't want to get rid of it, and then people get mad, and then they pull out and all this other stuff.
Yeah, because then they can't get blamed for this other stuff went down. It's because you pulled hardware. It's like no, it was all on paper.
I don't
that
think
it was
anybody's
going-
buying this thing at 600. I don't think there's one
No way.
person alive that's going to buy this shit at 600.
That's
No
why they
way.
didn't even forecast the sales because it's going to be like 2 or if even.
As
We-
mad as people are about the price of games, people will buy $80 games, and certain games they'll buy $100 games. People will do it. It's just going to happen. Yeah, you'll lose some people, but you're not going to lose enough to make it not worth it. But consoles, there's no way. There's no way someone's paying this much money, especially for old consoles. If they came out with a new console today, even that, would someone pay a brand new console today $730? Even that's a stretch.
Well, the next console is supposed to be $1,000. So
But who's going to
Looks
buy
like it's
that?
gonna be.
the same people who are buying $2,000 iPhones every freaking 6 months.
It'll sell, but it'll sell less for sure. But people
Yeah,
will still
but-
buy it.
I understand that you have to sell less of them if you're making a bigger profit on them. But you reach the point where so few people are buying it that now you've decreased your profit. And I would have to imagine $1,000 is going to put you on that side of things, that you're just, there's no way that many people are still going to buy $1,000 console.
They will. Because we're buying one. Not an Xbox. No way. Whatever next
They'll do-
PlayStation is.
They'll do like the what's the stupid thing they have? That Xbox plan where you pay for it and they give you the subscription and the thing. Like they'll do stuff
That thing's
like
dead
that.
in the water. No one
True.
ever used that thing.
For $1,000 console, though, they would.
Like it's like
Look
a
how many
phone where you got to sign a contract and pay for it. Like, do you know how
Look
stupid
how
that's
many-
gonna be?
Look how many people are using Klarna and stuff. I mean, heck, you can buy DoorDash and pay in installments on DoorDash.
That's pathetic.
I know, but
Bro,
that's
it's
that's
food,
where
come
we're
on.
at. I guarantee you, if people want $1,000 console and they can't afford it, and Xbox says you can do payments, people will do it.
They'll come up with the money.
Well, I think everyone needs to go out and get a fucking job and stop being a bum.
They'll pay 120% interest.
Stop scalping Pokemon cards for $25 on eBay. And get an actual job and afford these things, I guess. I don't know. There's a bunch
I
of
don't
stuff
know.
that's happening, man. With the games. Now Nintendo doesn't seem that bad.
No, all of a sudden, isn't that odd?
Nintendo and Sony are the cheapest consoles you can buy right now.
See, if the Switch was $1,000, there's no way that as many people pre-ordered it at $1,000 as they did at $500.
Maybe.
No way.
Well,
No,
the Switch
no
is
way.
also like a different animal too. Like they're not gonna
It is. I get it. It's
behind.
you know.
Yeah,
Well, hey, they did it for the Series X the first time in the PS5 in 2020 when they came out. The scalpers, people paid the scalpers.
yeah. It's just crazy though that this has been like as cheap, like just like we were saying, it was so cheap. Like you could buy it for like no money, and then now like that's why nobody's gonna buy this thing. There's no way. It's just not happening. No
No,
one's gonna go to Best Buy and buy one.
and I think you've been saying a lot of Xbox people are running out and buying it and tweeting about it. It's like, hey, I thought you guys were all Xbox guys. You guys were taking craps on the Pro. Now you're all running out and buying it. 'Cause
Well,
you're-
they're afraid it's gonna be $800 tomorrow. They gotta get it now.
Oh, what happened? I thought you were Xbox for life. Hold the line.
Nope.
I guess they're not holding.
mean-
they're not holding shit with their dicks, huh?
Like who would buy the Series S at $429? Like think about that for a minute. Even
A
the
madman.
512, like nobody's buying that. That's crazy.
At
And how
this
many
point, the
years ago
Series
did it
S
come
shouldn't
out
even
again?
exist.
How many years ago did this generation come out?
It'll be
Almost
5 this
5.
year.
5 in November.
I mean that's what's insane too, is that this is a 5-year-old console. This is not new. There's nothing new. It's 5 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the question is, all this stuff went up. I'm sure Game Pass is going to go up again. What if it goes up another $10?
I already heard.
Oh no, it only
they're-
go up $2. No. What if they say $10?
That's it.
Is it really worth it then? At this point,
One of the guys who's pretty reliable is already teasing that it's going up. So get ready. Probably June. That's when they raised it last time. They'll give this some breathing
June
room
8th,
of a month.
baby. June 8th is going to be like the biggest party of the summer.
It's gonna be it. But I'm with you. Why don't they just discontinue the Series S at this point? Like that's 512 gigabytes. It's almost $400. Like think about how crazy that is. Like it's like the worst.
How many do they have sitting in a warehouse that they need to unload? I mean, they must
There
be
shouldn't
sitting
even
on
be a
tons of them.
512 model at this point.
Yeah, they should have at least discontinued the 512, if not both at this point. Just you have the digital one. Nobody's gonna buy this for $429.
Yeah,
a
but they
1
really don't
terabyte
sell the
Series
disc
S.
version of the Series X anymore anyway. So
Right.
that's the unicorn. No, I don't know. You know, at some point they had to look at that and be like, "Hey, no one's buying them at $329. Who's really going to buy them at $599? Unless they're just clearing out remaining stock and then they're going to pull the plug."
That would make sense.
Right?
Yeah, and just say we're not gonna lose money on whatever we have left.
May, what's up, Stevie Mac? Your Wicked Hot says June 8th will be like the 4th of July fireworks, baby. Oh, man. Dude, we're going to live stream June 8th, okay? Remember when Vince McMahon bought WCW? They played his music and everyone's like doing it. Like, that's going to be the day for PlayStation and Nintendo and everybody else. I swear they're just trying to kill the console. Yeah, they are. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like they're just trying to get rid of it.
I don't know why on GameStop the expansion card is $350. I'm trying to see if that's like confirmed that that's the price now, because that's insane.
Good thing I got hers when it was $199.
They have the 2 terabyte. It says $359.99, and then it's on sale for
That's the price of the
$249.99.
machine.
Yeah, they have it
Or
on
the old
sale
price.
for $250. How much was it before? Like $199 or something?
It's like $229, and then it would go on sale for $199.
Yeah, so this means the full MSRP is $359, and they have it on sale. And then the 1 terabyte is $199 on sale for $149 for a terabyte. This is not good.
Kruger Man is here. Milkman, whatever his name is. Weston is still here. May, did I say hello to him? The Discord is open. If you guys have it, you could jump in. Anybody listening that wants to jump in here.
So here's what I don't get. Who is the target audience for them putting Game Pass everywhere?
Everyone.
Because yeah, but that can't be your target audience, because if you have casual gamers, they don't know better. They're going to be like, okay, the PlayStation's cheaper. I'm buying a PlayStation, and they're just going to buy PlayStation stuff. They're not going to know enough to be like, okay, well, I can buy this console and then I can have my Xbox Game Pass and here's the benefits. No, you're just going to pick one and you're going to go with it. If you're a hardcore gamer, chances are you already have the console that you like better. If you like Xbox, you're going to play Xbox anywhere. If you're not an Xbox guy, Game Pass being on PlayStation is not going to make you magically play it.
Yes, it will.
Right? So then it leaves, like, I consider, like, I'm not a casual gamer, but I'm not a hardcore gamer. I'm somewhere in the middle. Right? I play tons of games, but
You're a hardcore gamer. Come on.
Yeah, but like I don't care about what console. I just kind of float through and play what I want to play. There's only so many people like me out there.
You know what's fun? You know what I find funny about this whole thing? All these Xbox guys, like Frank said, are running out tonight buying PlayStation Pro consoles. You've had a PlayStation 5 Pro for quite a while. You had them before these guys did.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
You're a real gamer.
You're a
See?
hardcore gamer. You had a Pro before half these other guys did. So you're a hardcore gamer.
Yeah, if you didn't say, "Hey, we're going to get the Pro," on my own, I would have never gone and gotten the Pro.
Yeah, but it's yours. You have it hooked up to your
Well, I
computer,
know,
your
but I'm
pink
just saying,
computer. Like
like-
you're all set.
I do. I have a pink computer, a pink keyboard, a pink mouse, pink controllers.
Sony's got to get pink plates made for this thing already. I don't know what
Yeah,
they're
I
what
got
they're doing. They don't have
pink
custom
everything.
official custom
Pink
plates for the
microphone.
Pro yet. They got unofficial ones I got over here, but come on, Sony.
Oh, the article just came
Pro
out.
piggles.
Literally 14 minutes ago. Prominent Xbox influencers are quickly buying the PS5 Pro in anticipation of GTA 6 after Xbox price hikes. Just 14 minutes ago, the article dropped.
Oh yeah, who got the names?
The people I sent you already.
Let me see what you sent me. Albert Walnut. Who's that?
What?
What are you reading?
I'm reading this list he sent me. You're an idiot. Read it again.
Oh, that was the other guy who's
Yeah,
also having issues today.
Goofy. Gosh, darn you.
A lot of people are not happy today.
That guy sounds like Satan from South Park. You know that, right?
Oh, I just want to buy the PS5 Pro.
What makes no sense is the Series X 2 terabyte is more powerful than the PS5 Pro.
No, it's more than a more powerful PS5.
Oh, it's more than a more powerful. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 720. However, I believe that model was discontinued. So I know people are trying to flex with that, but I don't think they even make that model anymore.
See, I would have absolutely loved that model, but I thought $600 was too much for it.
Yeah.
There's no way I'd pay $730. No way.
I'm trying to see. Yeah, it's out of stock on their website.
So listen, you're telling me there's a chance that we could sell our Xboxes and get our fucking money back. There's a
if
chance,
GameStop-
right?
Well, yeah, because they were giving what, $400 before?
If
for
they're
it?
selling them for 600 new, we can at least get 500 used, right?
Yeah,
Which would
480 or
mean-
something.
We rented the console for 5 years for free. And then we could get out of it. This is great news to me. No, it isn't. I'm just kidding. But yeah, if we could get our money back, why not? I can unload a couple of Xboxes, get my cash back.
I want to see if they update that trade-in. I've been checking because I'm curious to see what they're gonna do. Like, this is unprecedented.
$420
Yeah.
trade-in during Pro Week is just 2 weeks ago. $385 plus a 10% plus 10% for being a pro. I saw. Is that the
That was-
updated price?
No, that was before they took it down. Now they took it down. I'll tell you all the stuff they took down just now. They took down the Series X, the Series S, the Series X digital, the Doom controller. You cannot trade any of those in right now, as of like just before. So they're probably updating those. Oh, and the expansion cards, you can't trade those in right now.
Yeah, they're going through the
Oh.
whole list.
At 5 years in, if you're a hardcore gamer, you already own an Xbox, right? You owned it years ago. If you are a kid who's asking their parent for a console, you're somebody who's just like, hey, I'm gonna go buy my first console. You know, I'm young. You're gonna go out there and you're gonna look, and you're going right because you're already not locked into an ecosystem. Why on earth would you buy an Xbox?
I don't
Like,
know.
I can't figure out.
You
Like,
pretty much
who-
wouldn't at this
who-
point.
Who? The only people who are going to buy this at this price is somebody who wants their Xbox and their current Xbox breaks, so they have to go out and get a new one. Who else is ever going to pay this much money?
And not to mention, the PS5 currently, it's cheaper and it comes with Astrobot. So if you're like a
Yeah.
younger person, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I'll get Astro Bot." Like, it's a
If
no-brainer.
you, I know it's not Christmas time, but let's say it was, and you asked your mom for Christmas, like, "Hey, I want an Xbox." She's gonna go look and go, "Oh my God, no! I'll get you a PlayStation."
Yeah,
That's
until
ridiculous.
PlayStation raises
Yeah,
the
but
price.
PlayStation's
hey,
probably going to raise the price tomorrow, so Christmas won't even be. You know, if Sony can keep the price going until January,
oh,
bro, they win.
it's
I mean,
over.
Yeah, but
they've
see, I
already
don't-
won, but I'm just saying, like,
See, I don't think they are gonna raise the price right away because I think they're gonna wait and see what happens with this.
they're going to
Because
raise the price. They're
why are you gonna
Sony.
raise the price if no one's gonna buy it?
People will pick it. They'll buy it and they'll pick Sony over Microsoft.
Yeah, they still will buy it because PlayStation's outselling them 2-1, like right now.
And if
I mean,
Sony
when
can
they
get
release-
away with doing only $549 versus $599, it's over. And by the way, Xbox ships like 2 consoles to each store, and Sony ships like 15 consoles to each store. So that's another reason why, you know, even if it's at $599, people aren't going to buy it anyway because they can't get it.
right?
So Xbox is just self-sabotaging themselves. They really are. There's a reason for this, and we will find out one day. I'm sure someone's going to write a book about it, or someone's going to do an interview. I guarantee you they said that that's it. Get out what we got and just end it.
So you think they're not even gonna come out with a handheld?
No, the handheld is being done by other people. They're just licensing
Oh,
the
that's
name
right,
out.
because it's a third party. Okay.
But you tell these guys on the internet, and they're like, "Oh no, they're developing it. I know they are." And it's like, no, they're not. It's like they're licensing their name out. It's no different than the Alienware Alpha, the Steam Machine, and all that stuff from 10 years ago.
The timing of this was just horrible, though. Like they literally said yesterday, we made all this money, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we're raising it." Wouldn't you do it after the showcase when you're like, "Look at all these great games that we
No,
have"?
because at the showcase they're going to show you their games on PlayStation for $80. That's why, and Nintendo Switch for $80.
Yeah,
That's why they did this now, 1 month before the showcase. That showcase is going to be bad news for them and good news for everybody else. And it's going to be a train wreck. And I'm telling you, that stream, we're going to stream that. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be insane.
people will cry.
The handheld will save Xbox, folks, says Wesson. There you go. I'll tell you why. Because Phil,
don't
like,
read that.
yeah, I can't read that. That's okay.
Don't tell us why.
Phil is Karen Reed's other boyfriend, and he's back
Oh, gee.
right into us, console people. Am I gonna find a broken taillight under my Series X?
Dude, at Wicked Hot every night I watch the recaps. Tonight, because we had to go back to Microstation, I didn't get to watch the recap.
For our
of the
anniversary,
trials
we got to
today.
go to Massachusetts, and we got to go visit your Wicked Hot, and we got to go on the Karen Reed line. Wait by the courthouse and scream and yell and all that stuff.
Was it like a ride at an amusement park?
I don't know. I find this stuff so weird. It is what it is. Wow, I'm glad I got my extra disk drive Series X. I'm extra glad I got my disk drive Series X. Chrono, what's up? For a
He
good
bought
deal
it
after
during that-
seeing this. Yeah, well,
Didn't he buy it when it was $349?
yes, he did.
Yeah, so you had the last.
He was
laugh.
one of the 6 people
Would
on
you-
our chat that we sold it to, by the way, Microsoft. You're welcome, you stupid bastards.
See, would you have paid $600 for it?
He didn't even want to pay $350. We had to commit.
Your Wicked Hot says, ha, 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 with the signs.
I'm
Yes.
wearing the pink shirt when we drive through.
We should start a new group. We should show up with green shirts. Hey, who are you? Hey, go fuck yourself.
Man.
Anyway. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. You know, I wake up every day and there's drama with Xbox. It's like, why? Why? I don't understand. Just stay out of trouble. It's
They
like a
can't.
relative who just he can't just stop staying out of trouble. My boss puts it on the shop
Yeah.
at work.
Just trying to keep the employees happy. Who needs a pizza party when you can watch criminal trials all day long?
Oh wow. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know, Frank. I have no idea. RWK, what's up, man?
I'm just looking to see if there's any updates on anything, but it looks the same.
Phil likes to. Yes, he does. But ironically enough, the only one that's gonna get fucked is him because no one's buying this stuff. Not at $5.99.
No way.
And you know what's crazy too? If Sony doesn't raise the price for a little bit, I'm sure they will tomorrow. I have a feeling that Friday or Tuesday they're gonna jack up that price because they want that money too. Now listen, if Sony can hold out, if you have a Series X and it breaks, you're not buying a new one. You're just gonna go out and buy you're gonna save $100 and buy a PlayStation.
Yeah,
because you can play all those games there anyway. Oh, but your library, people don't care. It's $100 versus your library. A lot of people, even though you spent thousands on your library, they're going to choose to save $100. Xbox One with Connect. Remember that? Remember that?
We were there for that.
That's what they want. Yeah, I just talked about that.
See, if my Series X broke, I'd play on my computer.
And here I thought I got robbed paying $320 for my Series X. Well, you could probably get out of it and make more money off of it then, Stevie. I wonder if I should get... Chrono, if I were you, I would get a PS5 Pro immediately. Like, order it now.
Yeah.
He's always buying consoles in our live chat. How many consoles do we sell this guy?
If they do raise the price, you're going to wish you bought it. Because
if they raise that price tomorrow morning to $1,000, I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
If you have a regular PS5, they were still giving like stupid money for it. Let me
Mental
check
9R. Yes. The Series X is now $599 US. And you know what that means, buddy? In Canada, it's going to be $859. I don't even know what the difference is.
It's going to be a lot. They're giving $319 for
so Mental.
PS5 right
you better
now.
kiss that 2 terabyte that you got. By the way, that 2 terabyte you bought is now $729.99 here. You better kiss that thing and pack it up and hide it, wrap it up.
Okay, listen to this.
What?
The regular 1 terabyte Series X in Canada is $729.99. The 2 terabyte is $879 there, and the all digital is $679.
Is that before or after?
This is the new pricing.
Wow.
So you got to pay $729 if you want the disk drive, $679 for the digital Series X, and $879 for that 2 terabyte.
Yeah,
Series
I
X.
was right. I said $849. Look, I don't
You
even
were
know the
dead on.
conversion rate, and I made that up.
That's crazy. That's disturbing.
Join the Pony Pro Club. Yes. Listen, I'm dead serious, everybody. All right. I have a feeling Sony's going to raise that price tomorrow. They're going to make that announcement. So you better buy this shit like now. You better order it from the store right now. You better do it in-store pickup. Doesn't Target close at midnight or something?
10 or 11.
You better do in-store pickup for tomorrow morning. Do something. Get a hold of that because unless you want to pay an extra $300.
Well, even if you decide to wait till tomorrow, they give $319 for the other one, and you could buy a used Pro for $636. So you'd literally be paying $300.
Nah, no one's
for
buying a
Pro.
used one. They might not even have a used one. So if it's new for $700,
yeah, new is $699. So you're only paying less than $400 if you trade in your
right?
old PS5.
So if I were you guys, I would run the GameStop the minute they open because they might flip that switch tomorrow morning.
Just do it and get it.
This is why everyone thought I was nuts for buying all those Pros all at once, even though I had in-store credit for doing all that. I didn't pay cash for those. It's because I kept trading everything in that I had, PlayStation, because I was just upgrading it. I did that because I knew something like this might have happened. We didn't think it was going to happen. But I was like, I just want these things in the house ready to go, okay? And look what happened.
Yeah, I'm glad we got them.
The announcement came after the record profits. Crazy. Well, yes, that's how it always works.
You know, the average person though is dumb, and I guarantee you that they don't even realize that they talked about record profits, or they don't care because look at like food places like Chipotle announces record profits, and then they're like, "Well, we have to raise the price of your burrito by 50 cents because minimum wage went up," and people believe them. People aren't like, "Wait a second, no, no, no." We just heard your earnings statement yesterday. No, people they just like, "Oh my God, you're right. That's what it is." The nerve of that dude to get, a nickel raise. Right? So I think that it doesn't matter that they post record profits. No one cares.
It's going to tank even more. That's what they want, Weston. They want it to tank so the shareholders would be like, get rid of the hardware. Get out of hardware. Keep making games. There hasn't been a new Series X available anywhere I could find in Canada for ages anyway. Well, there you go. Well,
They
now
said
whatever
the
you
ga-
got mental, you're stuck with, buddy.
I just pulled up this article to see. They said the games over there are $110 now in Canada. So sorry, guys. I don't know what to tell you. It's not much better here, but damn,
It's going to be $110 here probably by next year.
Yeah, in October for Grand Theft Auto, they'll get it.
Now, Rockstar might be looking at this, but like, you know what? We were going to charge 100. Now we're going to do 150.
Why not? At this point, the sky's the limit with this
200
stuff.
with shark cards.
You get $1 million in game for $200.
Of course, they're going to blame the tariffs that aren't in effect yet because they want to fucking jack up the prices now. That's why.
Yeah, we are so lucky that Nintendo didn't up that price. Thank God we pre-ordered those.
Not yet, because Nintendo put that. Remember, they put the statement out for now. These are the prices.
That's what I'm saying. But at least we have a shot at getting them for that cheap.
The only
should just
Series X
buy
listed at Best
now.
Buy Canada is $1,000 Canadian. Oh, or maybe $1,000 our money.
Online only. Wow.
Hockey fan. I don't know if he's in here. You better count all your Series X's, buddy. But Game Pass, am I right? Yeah, Game Pass is worth the grand. Come on.
That's what they were
And
saying.
Game Pass is going to go up
today.
too. Don't think that's, they didn't mention that today, but it will be. Oh,
I
we're
was
putting so many
listening
quality
to-
games. What if Game Pass goes up to $50 a month? Holy shit. Imagine.
I'm telling 30 and it's dead. So anything over that, it's like there ain't no way.
Well,
but
the
I was listening
excuse
to
will
those
be,
guys
well,
today.
games are $80 now, so it's not that bad. Still the best value in gaming.
That's what they were saying. They said the silver lining on all this is that we still have Game Pass. Like that's literally
What
they're
happens
saying,
when they
and
get
I'm-
rid of Game Pass? I have a feeling they're going to get rid of it. A
There's
lot
some
sooner than
reason
people
that-
think, too.
Yeah.
Because they're
Why
actually
do you think they're
selling
gonna get
games
rid
on
of Game
Sony.
Pass?
Because the games are selling on Sony faster than they were selling on the Series X.
And they might do this same thing where they just self-sabotage. And like you said, they make Game Pass like $50 a month because they're like, everyone will stop. And then we could say, oh, see, look, it doesn't work anymore.
Right.
It might just be crazy like that. I could see it.
They're insane. Dude, we have went from 60 to 70 to 80 in 4 years. It's wild. Yeah, well. Remember when Microsoft first party titles were only $50? Xbox 360.
Oh, yeah. I was just checking eBay. The prices haven't jacked up yet, but by tomorrow, I guarantee you, like used, it'll be 500.
GameStop will be 80. And they will say 1 month the price for one game. Oh, wow. $80 a month. I get a refurbished PS5 Pro for $200 less than the Series X. There you go.
What? Are you serious? It's that different there?
Mental,
That's
if I
insane.
were you, I'd think about a Pro at some point because if Sony raises the price tomorrow or next week, I think that's it. That
And
ship
like
will
you
have
said,
sailed.
you can't just run out and buy another one now. Like you can't just go buy another Xbox. It's insanely expensive.
No. Did we really think it was going to end like this?
No, this is worse than we thought. Which we say that every week. Like
We're
how is it
living
this
in
bad?
the dark timeline now, or whatever it's called.
I mean, we all knew games were going up, but I cannot believe that they raised the price of an old console
Yeah.
and raised it by that much.
And they were the first to do it before Sony, which I did not see at all.
Not this soon. Yeah, we didn't think so, Stevie, right? That Pro is listed excellent condition. I don't know, man. Mental, it's up to you. You got to really sit down and think about it for 5 minutes. Xbox is imploding.
It's true.
It keeps getting worse and worse every day for Xbox. I know. That's why we're here right now. She was supposed to stream some game. I don't even know what she was going to stream. And then
He said he was going to stream. I go, what are you streaming? I was going to play games. Then I was like, he's like, I don't know. I'm going to rant for a little bit. And I was like, okay. So he's like, come join me. And I said, I have nothing really to add to the conversation, but I'll join you anyways.
Yeah, it'd be nice if people came in here, but the Discord is open. If you have the Discord, jump in. Give your 2 cents. If not, don't worry. But Anthony said he was going to try to jump in if he got home, but he's out doing stuff. So clearly they must be saying this is because they are not saying that, but it's the assumption that they are preparing for the tariffs, which means it's bullshit because the tariffs didn't go into effect yet. So,
well, they
won't even if it is the tariffs, they won't say it because Amazon. Something came out the other day that Amazon was going to start listing. Like, here's your tariff surcharge, and I get supposedly the White House was like, no, don't do it. So there's no way that Microsoft is. If you're getting calls from.
What's Cream Cheese saying? I don't know. I don't watch that guy. I haven't watched that guy in like 2 years.
I watched him today because I needed to see what the heck happened. He just said, well, it sucks, but Game Pass is still a good value. Like, that's literally what he said.
Yeah, okay.
But Xbox's official statement, they said, we understand these changes are challenging and they were made with careful consideration given market conditions.
No, they weren't. These aren't careful. Careful is trying to keep your customers, not losing your customers.
I could even see if they raised it $50, but $100.
You're a $3 trillion company. You can't take the hit for your fans. No, you can't. You got to be greedy and make that money. That's why.
This is too much. Like, that's insane.
The Series X is out of stock by Walmart by me. Yeah, but they probably never got it back in, Weston.
They took them down.
He's in Sicily
today.
yet again.
They had to take all them down to adjust the prices. So it might be back in stock.
Imagine if they're pulled and they don't drop the exactly. They're going to keep the price.
No one's ever dropping price. This is every industry ever.
Right.
This is I was talking to someone about this the other day. I said, you just tell me when prices are ever going to come down. All it's going to do is that means more profit.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll come down, but they'll come down like,
It's happened with the graphics card. That's why a 5080 is like $1,500 now because of lockdown and what people were paying for these things online. And then during the whole crypto craze, I told Frank, I was like, those are going to be the new prices when this all ends. And it is. Those are the current prices for these things new. El Nini, what's up?
Walmart didn't up their price yet. You could buy a Series S in store right now for $273.
Target still has the Series S on sale.
Yeah, they're probably, when the system resets at like 2 a.m., it's all going to go down. So if you want to buy anything, now's your only shot.
Or Target will pull them off the shelves, say we don't have any. Then when the sale ends on Sunday, they'll put them back on the shelf at the new price.
Right.
I don't know, man. But yeah. Now we have the Series S 512. Why does this exist? You should just have a 1 terabyte Series S. That's $299. The new price is $379. You have the 1 terabyte Series S. $349 is now $429. Digital Series X, $449 is now $549. Series X with the disk drive was $499, now it's $599. The Galaxy 2 terabyte edition, which I think they discontinued. I know everyone's like flexing this thing, but I swear I think they discontinued it. Was $599, now it's $729.99.
Insane.
The Xbox controller core. Oh, what the hell does core mean?
Just like a regular white controller.
$64.99. Wireless controller, color controller is now $69.99. Still the same price. Wireless controller special edition, I guess like your Doom and all that stuff, is $79.99 now. And then a limited edition, which was $79, is now $89.99. Sorry I had to take the call. It's all right. Don't worry about it. We figured you were driving and got disconnected or something. Elite Wireless Series 2, the core edition. That means it just comes with the controller and no extra buttons for it. It was $149 and it will stay $149. The Elite Wireless controller with the full package was $179. Now it's $199. At Walmart here, Series X is listed as refurbished for $639, which is $10 less than the old list price. Man.
What's odd is nobody's talking about this, the expansion cards, and like the prices are all over the place. Like Amazon had it for, hold on, I'll tell you. They're all like on sale, but so Amazon lists the 2 terabyte card for $360, but it's on sale for $229. So is that like going to go up to $360 now? Like next week or something? Like what's going to happen? Like that's crazy. Was it always that, like, was that always the regular price of that? I don't think so.
No, it wasn't. That's the price of the console.
Yeah, and Best Buy, they have it at $249. They haven't changed the price yet. So I don't know. We got to keep an eye on the expansion cards. But if they're ever $350, Staples has the 2 terabyte for $399. $399. Come on.
Good old Staples, huh?
Why would you ever do that? I can't even believe it. $399.99 in stock right now. It's officially on their website. It's not a third party. You could buy it.
I don't know, buddy. Xbox is now the most expensive console, and it's not the world's most powerful console. So remember that.
Not good.
Pay the extra $100 and get the Pro and be done with it.
Okay, this is definitely wrong now. So they have this the Western Digital 2 terabyte for Xbox for $699. Like that's definitely a mistake. They have the 2 terabyte Western Digital solid state for the Xbox listed at $699. $699.99.
This is like what are we doing? Seriously, what are we doing?
That's definitely a mistake.
No one's paying $700 for 2 terabytes.
That's definitely a mistake.
There needs to be like a restructuring like immediately.
That's hilarious. Can't believe that.
What were they thinking? Like seriously, what were they when they sat down and said, "Hey, you know what? We got to jack up the price $100." They couldn't be sitting there really thinking that this was going to be a good idea.
Oh, it's just like we said. They knew that this would be that no one was going to go for this.
You see, let me tell you something. This is the difference. Was it Bernie Stoller who worked for Sega at the time?
I believe so.
This guy fought for the modem to be put in the Dreamcast, and Sega Japan said no. And he's like, you don't understand. You need to put that modem in the Dreamcast. That's the future, is online gaming. And they didn't want to do it. And finally, he convinced them, and they said, we're going to do it. Right? But we don't want you working here anymore. And he said, fine. At some point, the guy stood up for the gamers and left the company or got fired or whatever it was. This guy, Phil Spencer, is going along with it. He don't care.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think this guy would tell his boy, hey, we can't do this. Like, it's going to kill our market.
But that's the plan.
He's the savior, right? Fuck that guy. He ain't shit. Sometimes you got to stick up for your customers and you got to take it like a man. And this is a guy who didn't do that. So fuck him. I don't care.
Yep.
Phil needs to be fired. It's too late, Weston. He's already destroyed the brand. He destroyed it. I don't care what anybody fucking says. The guy destroyed the brand. Well, he saved it. Yeah, he did save it. He threw a life preserver to that lady drowning in the ocean, but he's still on the boat that's still going that way. Hey, lady, I help you out. See you later. Yeah, you
And
saved
even
it for 5 minutes. Like what? Shark's gonna
If
come
they-
along.
If they fire him, they're not going to get somebody that's like
It's
gonna-
over. It doesn't matter if they fire him or not. That's probably why he doesn't even give a fuck anymore. What are they gonna
Yeah.
do? You're not gonna bring somebody in that's
late.
gonna change it and fix it.
No.
It's a mess. It's a mess. Phil is making millions. Yeah, that's why he's not leaving. He's making millions. What the hell does he care? That's why all these guys are saying, I'm going to buy the handheld because Phil's going to come over to the house and sleep with me. He's not. He does not care about you. He doesn't care about anybody. That's the whole point of this whole thing, man. Like, people got to stop being fanboys for these corporate guys. It's ridiculous.
Doesn't it feel good on a day like today that we never shilled for a company? Like we always call them out.
Hey,
'Cause then look
listen,
what
if they
happened.
want to pay me a shit ton of money, I don't want trips. I don't want fucking free games. Pay me. Give me millions. Okay? Then I'll fucking shill for your company. Until then, I don't want to hear it. Until then, I'm the consumer buying this shit, and you're going to hear it from my mouth. I'm not quite 55 yet and balding. I'm bald, but I'm not 55 yet. So you don't send me no scripts and tell me to read shit and send me free controllers. Oh, Xbox happened to send me a free controller today. They didn't send you guys one either. I don't want anything to do with that. Sorry. Unless you're paying me millions. Yeah, I'll do it. Until then, fuck off. I'm the one paying for this stuff in this house. They want YouTubers out. I believe, honestly, they are too toxic. What?
Like they don't want to deal with the YouTubers anymore. That's why they canceled that thing.
Well, yeah, I know that. Well, they cancel that thing because they don't want these guys to go there and start crying. And you got grown ass fucking men in their 50s crying because they're putting their games on Switch and PlayStation
Well, what's funny is
and making
they're all
threats and stuff like that. They don't want that stuff. They want these guys out of there because they know they're all crazy.
well, they're all getting together for like an in-person watch party. I would love to be a fly on the wall when that happens. Like, that's gonna be hilarious because they don't know what's about to happen.
I bet you can't win. I really don't care. I don't listen to these guys anyway. It is what it is, buddy. This is why
Yep.
you don't do that. You talk about the stuff that you're playing. You talk about the industry as a consumer. You don't take free codes. You don't turn around and fucking give games 10 out of 10 after they gave you a code. You know what I mean? If you give a game a 10 out of 10, we've done that here. We're giving games 10 out of 10. It's because we bought the game and we played it.
Right.
It's not a big deal. Yeah, sarcasm. Yeah, I know. It's all right. Don't worry. So what devices can stream Game Pass? If the Series X goes up in trade value, I might pull a trigger on it. LG TV, Samsung TV, Amazon Fire Stick.
Android devices like your phone.
Yeah, but just note that not every game you could stream. RE4 Remake, you still can't stream on Xbox. You could stream it on
We got-
Sony. Uh-oh.
We got the pony in here. He had to say his piece.
There he is.
He's been waiting for this.
His unbridled passion is coming out.
I had to come on. I had to come on for a minute.
Uh-oh.
Couldn't help it. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, this I just I don't know, man. I think this is absolutely insane. There's no, even with tariffs, okay, let's pretend tariffs increase their cost. I've said this a million times before. These things cost them nowhere near what they did at launch to build.
Right,
Nowhere
right.
near. It can't even be close. Every other product in the tech world has come down in price since 2020. Yet consoles have to keep going up. It's a cash grab. Simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. It's complete crap. And I, for one, I'm disgusted with it. I don't know what they're thinking. It's
Yeah,
complete BS.
didn't they shrink the dies in like the newer consoles, like to save money?
Yep. Yep. Yep, absolutely. It's on a new process, makes the chips smaller, they get more chips per wafer, brings the cost down.
Right.
It's absolute trash. But it is what it is, you know. We've got a world now for some reason that people don't think, they just consume. And I don't know. I don't know. Everybody gets caught up in this, I gotta have it. It's almost a scarcity mentality. And we'll just spend whatever it takes to get what we want. And companies know this. It's like everybody's been brainwashed or something. I'm not sure what the deal is, but I've been around more than a week or two, right? So I don't know.
I think
don't
that
know.
this
I-
really
I'm-
started with like Netflix and Apple, if you really want to think about it, because Netflix, everyone's like, oh yeah, I could just pay and watch it on my TV. Okay, yeah, screw my DVDs, throw them all away. And then Apple with the iPhone, oh yeah, the iPhone's $300. Then it's 500. Then it's 700. Then it's 1,000. Now it's 1,100. Now
Yeah.
it's 1,400. It's like, what are we doing?
Oh, exactly. What are we thinking? You know, it doesn't make any sense to me. And like my first iPhone I bought was like $350 or something.
Right.
And that seemed expensive to me, to be honest, at the time.
Yeah.
I think the last one I bought was around $400. And yeah, there's absolutely no reason in the world you should have phones that are $1,500.
Yeah.
That's insane. It probably costs them maybe $200 to make it. It's just a complete. People are like brainwashed because they can just get a new plan, and it's $80 a month or whatever, and I get this new phone that's $1,500. I'm thinking U.S. I'm imagining that's what they are in Canada. They're like over $2,000.
Yeah.
It's
No, that-
crazy.
I
Not in this lifetime.
I have my business phone. It's an iPhone, and I'm tired of using all these stupid lightning adapters and stuff because the new iPhones have USB-C. So I'm like,
Yeah.
let me just see what the cheapest iPhone is of the current models. The cheapest iPhone is $800 fucking dollars. I'm like, fuck that, man.
Ridiculous.
I'll deal with the adapters
Yeah.
for $800.
This is my Google Pixel 7 Pro. It was like $1,000 Canadian.
Wow.
But it'll be 3 years old this fall, I guess, so it's 2.5 years old, and I'll use it till it's just not usable anymore.
Right.
I like my last phone before that was a OnePlus 6. I ran that phone for 5 years, and honestly, it still works perfectly fine. The only reason I replaced it was because the camera wasn't that great anymore by today's standards.
Right.
The
right.
phone itself still works great. It's reasonably fast because one thing OnePlus typically does is they overspec their phones compared to the competition. So, it already had 8 gigs of RAM back in the day, which was unheard of. And, it already had 128 gigs of storage and all these things that you just didn't get in most phones back in the day. But that made it usable for a very long time. Decent screen on it. I had no problems with that because it was pretty good. But just the camera in low light, daytime shots weren't bad, but in low light the camera was pretty weak. Other than that,
RWK,
though,
he says, where's Lena Khan? You voted her out, buddy. You remember that? I love seeing Mental 9R, says Cougar Man. Awesome. El Nini says Phil
What's up,
Spencer needs to
Cougar
be
Man?
arrested for fraud. Okay, listen. He's taking what I said earlier a little too seriously. He does not need to be arrested for fraud, but the problem is that and all these companies do this, so you can't really like arrest them or anything, but they're putting out information, they're having people leak this stuff out, and half of it's true, half of it isn't. They're getting people's hopes up. And while they're getting people's hopes up, they're like, well, I'm going to subscribe for another year of Game Pass because I was told this game is coming out later this year or next year. And then the game doesn't come out. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I said, like, there needs to be laws against this stuff, or there needs some sort of regulation. They can't be doing this stuff. You know how many... We were on the hook for Xbox for so many years. Just wait. This is coming. This happened. That happened. Oh, this thing happened. Oh, this game is coming. Don't worry. It's coming this year. How many times did we hear that Gears E-Day was coming this year and that Fable was coming this year? We heard it from
Every year.
November. No, we heard it from November all the way until February. And then we heard, well, Fable might not make this year. But don't worry, there's Gears E-Day. Why are we hearing this shit? If the game is ready, let us know when it's ready and when it's coming out. If the game's not ready, why are you telling people to go on the internet and say all this shit? What is the point? There are people that are just going to be like, if it's coming this year, I got to renew my Game Pass. They renew their Game Pass. That's not cool, man. You're fucking with people. And that shouldn't be allowed. But
Well,
they
that
hide.
is
Exactly why
they-
I never pay attention to anything that's coming out, because I just don't want to be disappointed when
The-
it doesn't come out. So I just wait until things get released and then I worry about it.
The companies, they leak this stuff out to these guys so that the company doesn't look like they did anything or said anything. And they make these guys look really bad, or they make them look really good. And it's just like, this has to stop. This really does have to stop. Because other people are seeing this and they're re-upping their Game Pass, so they're buying the console, or they're buying more accessories and in hopes that they're going to play this game later that year. And then they're told right at the point where it's supposed to be released, or, you know, I'm hearing it's coming out in November, and then November comes and nothing's here. You know what I mean? Like, this has to stop.
Oh man, just flashbacks of like 2016 onward, coming up to 2024, and it's finally going to turn around. And then what do?
They screw it up.
Yeah,
They bought
Activision. They bought Bethesda, the two biggest companies in the gaming world. And they still screwed this up somehow.
turned it into an L.
Only
At least an
4
L for
games.
the hardware division, anyway.
Only 4
mean-
games. Now they're turning around saying, well, yeah, we only said 4 games, but we never said that we weren't going to put like this game and that game on there. It's like, motherfucker, you said only 4 games and then you named the 4 games.
Yeah. Oh man, it's hilarious to me in many respects that this is what it's come to. But still haven't spent any money in that Microsoft store now. It's been well over a year for me.
Good for you.
You barely have
I only bought a couple of games
Yeah.
since then. Like recently, I bought like the NFL game, the NCAA game, which was stupid because it went in Game Pass a week after I bought it for $10.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on my 5th month with no Game Pass after basically, I don't know, a month or 2 after they launched it. But
Yeah, I mean, what's the point?
yeah, over 20 years subscriber to Xbox Live, and
But you know what's funny about Game Pass? You don't get the games early access, the 5-day early access, but then the games get fucking ripped and pirated day 1 early access. So it's like, what do you have Game Pass for?
yeah, like, yeah, I still haven't tried the trial version of South of Midnight that I got, but it's just sitting on my hard drive, and I'm like, maybe I'll play it one
Don't
day.
worry.
I don't know. I
You
just
can play it
don't
on
care.
PlayStation. It'll run better there. You know that.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
better
I've
than
got the
PC, but
version.
better than Series X.
Yeah, I got the PC version just because I could. Just like I have Avowed, but I haven't played either of them. I don't know. I don't care. They're not really. I'm kind of done with those style of games, I think, for the most part. I might try South of Midnight eventually, but we'll
They
see.
they still think that, it's funny. Xbox has finally caught up to the PlayStation 4 almost level of quality games. And it's like, dude, that was 10 years ago. Like, we're over here now. You know what I mean? You're catching up to
Yeah.
PlayStation 4, but you got to be Xbox.
Well, at least they're putting them on PlayStation.
Well, yeah, it just
They finally caught up in every way, right? They caught up in game quality, and now they've caught up on which platform to put them on. Oh,
it's messed
so-
up, man. They finally get good games
it's so
on PlayStation.
ridiculous.
You know,
Yeah,
a lot
it's
of
so
the
ridiculous.
Jeff M and David
lot-
R, what's up?
a lot of the usual suspect guys today were insinuating like, hey, maybe you should stack up on Game Pass in case they raise it. Like they were literally like going there.
Yeah,
without going there, and I'm
that right there, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. They didn't say it, but they said it without saying it, and I'm like, oh,
Right.
no.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, I
Here's the thing. These guys can pretend like they don't have ties to the companies, but they fucking do. Okay?
Right.
These guys, Xbox just happened to send me this nice controller the other day. Yes.
see this.
They don't just send them to random fucking fans, you moron. They send them to you because they have a working relationship with you. You don't have to work there. They have papers that you sign, NDAs, that you don't work for the company. We understand this shit. But don't act like we're all fucking stupid. Okay? Because they never sent me a controller randomly. And I've been playing these games longer than those fucking guys on Xbox.
See, to me, oh man, now that the Xbox is like $600, even if Sony raises the price of the PS5 to $600,
Right.
it's just all the more logical for me as somebody, like, let's pretend you don't have a console, you know about Game Pass and Xbox, but you can get all those games on PlayStation. Now it's like, well, $600 a month or $600 for the console. That's $50 a month for the first year in purchasing power for games, right? Or if you look at the life of the console or whatever, you've got, say it's 6 years for easy math. That's $100 a year you can put towards buying an Xbox game, and you're not paying for Game Pass at $20 a month, which is another $240 a year, right? So you've got $340 for the lifetime of that console to just buy games, the ones that you like. And you're not sitting there looking at a library of like 400. Like, I feel so much better about my gaming library now that I don't have all the Xbox Game Pass games sitting there making me think I should be playing them.
Right.
It's kind of a weird thing to say, probably, but I like being able to just buy the games I want and leaving the rest, and who cares?
Right.
I've really adopted that philosophy now. I don't feel like I'm missing out at all.
Game Pass
did for the first month or so, but that was it.
Game Pass has added some blockbusters recently, but I mean before that and even after that, there's a lot of indie games on that thing. And it's like, what are we doing? These are games I would never play. And I still would never play them on Game Pass. When Game Pass came out, it was to sell consoles because they were like, you know what? No one's buying the machine. We're going to give them the games. Then they're going to buy the machine. So they gave you all their top quality games until they ran out. And then they got third parties, and they did kind of good with third parties. They got you decent third party titles. And then it just turned into all this indie slop. And you're getting blockbuster games now, like Indiana Jones and all that stuff, Avowed and South of Midnight. But it's still Indie Pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of ways they could have made this work better. But it starts with not raising the price of your console 5 years into the generation. Again, Like, I mean, this is like the second price increase in Canada, right? Because they already raised the price here once.
Man.
So
Karai, what's up? Avowed for 80. It will be $80 a month with a heavy hitter release coming every 6 months and indie fill. Oh, wow. Hey, you might have called that, RWK. We have to wait and see what happens with that.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they raise it to $25 a month.
Hockey
Maybe
fan,
like US.
how are you guys going to sell the Series X for $5.99, brother? El Nini, the digital edition is only $3.99 with Astrobot, which is even cheaper.
Yeah, because he was saying how it's with the disc drive, it's only $20 more, and if you don't get the disc drive, it's less money for a better system with a game, a full price game. That's crazy.
I don't know. I think Sony hit that winning formula this time. The 1-2 punch. And, you know, for all the people saying, well, Sony has nothing this year, we knew that. They told us last year that they weren't going to have anything this year. Why is that breaking news? Well, they need Microsoft's games. Yes, they need third-party games. That's what they're getting.
But that's the most hilarious part of all this to me. Where would Sony be if all these games were exclusive to Xbox and not going to PlayStation?
It'd be the other way
They'd
around.
be in big trouble
Sony
right
would be
now.
Struggling.
Oh, shit. Did he take that soda out of the freezer?
Uh-oh.
I hope
That's
Jeff
the
took that
worst.
soda out of the freezer.
That's the worst realization ever. I've had that happen before in here, actually.
Let me tell you something, Jeff. If you didn't take that soda out of the freezer, you're buying me a new freezer. Just to let you know, buddy.
He's like
He left-
hopping on the train now to try to get back.
He's not on the train. I dropped him off at the house.
No, I'm saying, what if he like heard this and he's like, "Oh my god," he has to get back.
He
on
gets in the train to come back up here.
Yeah.
I might have to run to the store. Freaking take
Oh,
that soda
God.
out of the freezer. Let me message him. Because if he did, then we're good.
Every day that they keep, like I said before, that they keep this system, the PS5, the price it is, they're gaining people that, because they always say there's a ton of people that haven't upgraded yet. So if you're sitting on the sidelines, you still have like a PS4 and Xbox One, and you're seeing this, you're like, yo, I'm going out this week and buying that $399 PS5. Like you're gonna grab it now. Everyone's gonna grab the PS5.
Yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah.
No PS6. We barely get any. Thank you. Hockey fan, let's be honest here. How many do you get every week? Or average a month? Like, how many do you think you get a month? Microsoft is not sending these consoles to these stores. I hope everyone knows that. And it's not
Yeah,
because
there's
it's
no
Christmas
new
time
ones.
and they're selling out like hotcakes. They are not sending them out to Best Buy. This man is not getting them. He's getting 20 fucking PlayStation and then he's getting 2 Xboxes. This is a real thing. They are not shipping these things out.
So GameStop Canada doesn't have any Xbox consoles.
And I'll tell you something, Mental. Guess what? Every time Hockey gets them in at Best Buy, he says that they have to ship them to other stores or they have to ship them directly to the customer. Nobody's coming in for them.
They're not
Yes,
stocking them.
there's
But they're selling out
There's
people are
nothing
walking
for
in and buying PlayStations left and right.
yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, when I was in Best Buy, like pre-Christmas, I saw a lot of Series X consoles and Series S consoles being picked up while I was there. Every time I was there was someone picking up an Xbox. I only saw a few PlayStations go out.
Right.
Probably saw at least a dozen Xboxes going out the door, which surprised me. But they don't have any anymore. I am glad I got my Galaxy Black one. It'll be the last one I ever own. I alluded to that in my unboxing, that there was a good chance it was the last Xbox I'd ever own. I don't see me buying another one. Not with the prices they're charging for it. And
Well, remember the SpongeBob Xbox was like $700?
yeah.
Yeah.
So cool looking. Totally not worth it, but so cool.
You know, I couldn't find one of those on eBay. Like nobody listed them at all. People bought them and just kept them. Because I was like, how much are they going for it?
That's
I didn't see one listing up there.
Crazy.
Just got home from doing a truck. We didn't get any Series X. I can confirm that. Are you sure that they didn't sell out during Christmas?
Dude, even they even had the
It's
Pro
May
over
1st.
here.
Christmas is soon.
It's such a bizarre strategy.
Yeah, the strategy is don't get these things out, show low sales numbers, get approval to not make it anymore. Not make it anymore. That's their strategy.
It's got to be at this point. Like, how do you feel if you're Sarah Bond? She gets put the head of Xbox hardware, and then they just sabotage everything.
Yeah, everything's an
That's gotta feel
Xbox. She's
good.
happy. She brands it with Fire TV and all this other crap. This lady's a millionaire. I don't feel bad for her. Phil Spencer's a millionaire. I don't feel
Yeah,
bad for him.
I don't either. Like, don't take what I'm saying the wrong way. I couldn't care less, but she's not hurting.
Look at Aaron Greenberg, okay? And we have to talk about these guys. I had to know these guys' names. Why should I know these guys' names? I'm a gamer. I shouldn't know who the friggin' executives are. But this guy has a marketing budget. What has this guy marketed in the last 10 years? What?
Nothing.
What's he been doing with the money? Buying hookers? Blow?
Yes.
Yeah, like
What-
that's a really good question because
What's he doing with the
how,
money?
how has he kept his job?
Exactly.
There
What
is
is
no
he doing there?
marketing.
He's keeping
I don't
his
see any
job and his money.
marketing. No, I don't see any marketing. I don't walk into GameStop.
All
and
this
see,
guy has done.
you know,
Let me.
Xbox banners all over.
And
the
you
wall.
guys know
This
this.
is PlayStation stuff.
All this guy has done has recruited these podcaster guys on YouTube to promote the product basically for free. Where's the money going?
Yeah, or they're pay. Actually, they can't pay them.
They can't pay them because they got in trouble for that in 2013. You know who actually brought that to light? Boogie2988.
Huh.
He actually brought that to light. And Microsoft got in trouble, I think, by the FCC for that. That was the only good thing Boogie did around here. You know that, right?
More or less, yeah.
I just checked, by the way, at my Best Buy. Every model
You're a
of
fucking
PlayStation-
idiot. They sent me this controller because they like me.
Yeah, okay. But my Best
there
Buy
you
has
go.
every model of PlayStation in stock for pickup tomorrow, and the only Xbox they have is the Series S. You can pick up any PlayStation, including the Pro, tomorrow. They have plenty of them.
Yeah. That really says it all, doesn't it? Like, are they even making them anymore?
Probably not.
Like, does Xbox? I haven't looked at the Xbox site. That's actually something maybe I should check.
They're always going to have console. And then what
Yeah, maybe they're
happens when
just
they
gonna
pull the
not
plug
make
on your library? Okay? Because that's been the biggest concern in the last few years. What if they turn around and be like, you know what, guys? We got to end this, and sorry, go fuck yourselves. Rip Edith. Hey, man, Edith is striving hard at that big price right now.
That's a big asking price for that.
Edith went up in value over here, right? Is he answering me yet? He didn't even look
No,
at it.
I didn't see. He's sleeping.
Probably is. After the day I had today at Micro Center.
I could swear that I heard a ding when you sent that message. Can you imagine if his phone is sitting here in the basement?
No, that thing is
Oh,
from my iPhone.
Okay.
Because my iPhone's also connected to the group. No, he has his phone.
The
Don't worry. He
console.
definitely has his phone. Oh, what happened? Dude, you know what happened. They raised the price of the Series X. What's up, Jamie on?
Yeah, they raised it all right. And I wish GameStop would update their thing. I just want to know so badly what they're going to do. They're not updating it.
GameStop's not tweeting again. They
Oh.
always tweet and get themselves in trouble over there.
They tweeted the Microsoft announcement earlier so that they can't be blamed.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, this is funny.
Uh-oh.
On the Microsoft site, like Xbox site, it says find a retailer for the Xboxes. Well, the Amazon.ca link takes you to page not found, which I find hilarious. The other ones seem to work, but you gotta love it. It's like Xbox not found.
GameStop
That's
is saved
bizarre.
because of this as RWK. I don't know how saved they are. I mean, they got to pay out more money now for this stupid machine that no one's buying.
Ooh. You know what I can get though at Walmart? I can get
Uh-oh.
an Xbox One S and an Xbox One X.
Hey, I
Wow.
have a 1X downstairs.
Yeah, I have one here too. But
Oh
that's
yeah,
kind of funny.
I have one with an SSD in it.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so do I. That was the first thing I did with my Gears 5. I don't even remember if I turned it on with the hard drive in it. I think I just immediately opened it up and put the 2 terabyte SSD in.
You know how many videos I made doing that, and people kept commenting that it was fake.
Really?
And then I made a video saying, I did one, and I was like, "Don't tell me this video is fake." And the guy's like, "This guy's a real serious attitude problem." I'm like, "Oh my god, you guys are so stupid."
Yeah. Oh my god.
GameStop is fucked,
Wow.
says Jamie. Jamie, I got all my money back. That's what happened tonight. I had to drive an hour to go get all my money back.
This is hilarious. On the link to Walmart, it takes me to a page I didn't see, right? It has all these old Xboxes on it, including the old VCR version. But the Series X ones that it has, $1,069.99. You save $246.10.
Wow.
Like it's on sale for over $1,000.
Jeez.
What the hell? That's just so messed up.
Instead of doing it with my 1X
Wow.
I had. No one's going to buy them at that price. Oh, that's what you're writing, Frank.
Yeah, because he's like, they have all the
Wow.
stock. It's like, yeah, but they gotta sell them.
New
Now,
GameStop has stock. I bet they're sitting on enough consoles. No, they don't have new consoles in stock, RWK. They have used ones, which they'll make money on, but how much are they going to sell them for? And are people going to buy them?
No one's gonna buy them.
so I can get an Xbox Series X, for like the 1 terabyte disk drive version. They do have that on the website in Canada from Microsoft, $729.99.
Wow.
So it went up $80.
Wow.
And since launch, it's gone up. What would that be? $130 since launch. 5-year-old console, $130 more expensive, versus normally they'd be half price by now. They'd be just trying to give them away to get the numbers up. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Used, they will make money. Well, here's the thing, RWK. If the console used is like $499 or $450, the GameStop employee, because we've known this, is going to tell the guy, "Why don't you buy a brand new PS5 with the disc drive, and then we could sell you games."
They never push Xbox at
They never push
GameStop.
Xbox. GameStop employees, they think they're your friends if they steer you towards PlayStation. It's like, dude, shut up. Like, I buy what I want to buy, but they're not going to do that, man. They're not going to steer them towards Xbox. They're going to steer them right towards PlayStation for that price. That's what I'm saying. It's a catch-22 for them. Now, if your
Yeah.
Xbox breaks and you need your library, you're going to go to GameStop to buy a used one because you need a new one.
Right.
That's where they're going to make money. I don't know.
But we
man.
need to see. We
Yeah.
got to see how much they're gonna pay out for these things. If they're gonna pay you $450 for the thing, you know,
I don't think so. They're going to sell for $450.
Yeah. So then what are they gonna give you? Like $400?
No,
They
they'll
already
probably
were
give you
giving
$220 for it because what is it worth?
Well, they were giving Yeah, they were almost giving.
They'll sell it for
400
more money,
today.
but what is it really worth at the end of the day? Nothing.
No, it's not gonna sell.
You have a good point, but someone like me needs 3 Series X's for my kids and the lake house. I'm going to GameStop.
Why would you buy?
You're not
Series
going to
X?
Best Buy to pick one up?
No, because he's saying he's going to get it used because he has to buy multiple. Of
If
them.
you got 3 kids in the lake house, you should be loading those up with PlayStation 5s for $449.99 with Astrobot. You get 3 copies of that game and everything. Now I'm
Yeah.
pushing them towards
There
PlayStation.
you go. There you go. Let the pony come out to play.
Hey, it's a better value. We can't help it.
Well, we
It
have the King
is.
of
It
Ponies in
is.
here with us, so I have to show off now.
Yeah.
Get to look cool in front of him.
Oh man. Well,
He used to open
I
his
don't know.
comments and just see Pony Man. I don't own PlayStation games though. Well, you're gonna have to.
Better start.
Better start. Trade the lake house for a 2 terabyte Series X. Oh wow.
I don't know.
Any questions or
Got that.
comments, guys?
Got that refurbished Pro in my cart. Should I buy it?
Yes.
There was no hesitation
Easy
on that.
for you to say.
Is there
If I
like
was in your
is there a
shoes and didn't
return
have
on
one,
it?
I would do
Like
it.
say you buy it and you don't like it, you could return it for like 20 days or 30 days or something, 15 days. Or
Yeah, I could
in 12
always-
hours like I did.
12 hours.
That wasn't your
Yeah.
fault though.
It wasn't my fault, but Frank, when the payment kept getting denied on the phone, that should have been a sign. Like, don't buy this shit. Don't buy this shit.
Yeah, you were like, I was about to leave.
Then I pulled a card out
Yeah.
and it went through. And we were like, all right. And then I get home and forget it. It was a mess.
Man.
Mental. I don't know if you saw that video.
Not sure.
The brand new motherboard I bought, brand new. Had thermal paste and bent pins in it.
Oh, nice. So brand new in air quotes.
Yeah. So I took it back to Micro Center and I got all my money back. I was like, I'm done. The 5070 is going back tomorrow morning to Amazon. And the PSU is going tomorrow morning to Amazon. And that's it. I washed my hands of this. And next year,
Might be a sign.
next year when Frank and Jeff told me he will build a computer next year, Frank.
Oh, his has got to be going on 12 or 13 years too.
Yes, because he's 37. No, he's
You know what
4970K or whatever. Go ahead.
I mean, you got the 13900K machine. Just put your 5070 in that.
The 4070 is beautiful on that machine. I'm not
Just
going to
sell-
disturb it.
wow. Okay. I mean, that would have been more. I don't know. It's an option.
I bought the
guess.
because I
You could
have
sell
the
4070 and
because at work
keep the 5070. But
I have the 9700K and I was like, let me update it because it's been 5 years. So the 5070 was going to go in there and all that stuff
yeah,
in
no, I
that
remember
upgraded
that,
build. But then I was like, I couldn't find the chips, and then the chips aren't there, and then I was like, all right, I'll go last gen and I'll take the risk with this whole crappy 14th gen or whatever. I did all this research and everything, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it, whatever. And then like I get a motherboard that's gimped out, and they don't have another motherboard. And it's like, dude, I'm done. Like, this is clearly
Wow.
not the time for me to do all this right now.
yeah.
I'm sending everything back, and in January of next year, when these guys want to build, we're all going to go down there and we're all going to build the same computer. We're going to do like a 24-hour stream of just building computers all night. So that's something to look forward to. But right now is not the time. So I'm going to enjoy what I got. And that's it.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's all I can do at this point in my life. Because maybe next year they'll have the stuff that I want.
Maybe.
That's what I'm hoping for. And hopefully it's not going to cost me like $3,000.
You better start
Otherwise,
saving.
They could keep it for that price.
Steam, man. Valve Boy.
Oh boy.
By this time next year, all the trade stuff will be settled down too. Everything will kind of be back more normal, I would expect.
I hope so.
That's the hope.
$549 for a digital Series X is insane. No, it isn't.
It's a great value.
And the controller costing almost $200. Whoa. That's for the Series 2 Elite controller with all the doodads with it. That's what's $200.
Don't do that thing that everyone does. Oh, it's going to cost you $10,000 because you need the stand and the controller and the extra wires.
These Xbox guys
We're
with the
the only one
PS5
that sells
Pros.
it.
The PS5 Pro is $800 because you need the stand, you need the drive, you need this, you need that. Yeah, I need curtains too and drapes, you dumb fucks.
Well, you got to add in gas to get there and wear and tear on your car.
You
so
gotta
that's
add
at
in the
least
tolls. You
know?
gotta add in the freeway costs.
Yeah.
You gotta add in the taxes for the school that you're driving past by. It's like, shut up.
The electricity cost to run the Pro for a year. Just add in all this stuff. The snacks you got to eat when you're going to get it because you're hungry.
And then you gotta add inflation from games that used to cost $69.99 in 1997. It's like, shut up. The internet's filled with a bunch of morons. Holy shit.
I know. I love it.
Man, you all know next gen, any company minimum is going to be $1,000, buddy. Start saving now. You know, you got to
Oh, I'm
save for the
never
next.
buying.
You got to save for the next console instead of saving for your kids' freaking college tuition.
It's so screwed up.
Yeah, you can't go to college because I got to buy a PS6.
That's all right because I'm not buying another Xbox and we'll be building computers and then we'll be fine. So we're good.
You better hope we'll be fine with computers.
If it, yeah, like I said, if it's not $1
So
billion
they
by the
mental.
time-
They said that somebody went. They said that people have been doing this thing at Micro Center where they're bringing in their crappy motherboards and going in the back and swapping them out when employees aren't looking.
Like opening new boxes?
Yeah, like
And swapping the motherboard out? and-
they're bringing in their broken motherboard and like going up to the guy and being like, "Oh yeah, what do you think I need to do to fix this thing?" And oh, you can't fix it. And then when the guy walks away, they're going to find the same board on the shelf. They open it and swap it, and then they walk out with the new board.
Wow.
This guy looked like Dilbert, and he's like, "We've had this problem," and I'm like, "Why would I want to come back here now? I've had no
Yeah.
problem coming here and buying boards. Now all of a sudden you're telling me people are swapping boards and shit."
Well, when I bought my last motherboard, I mean, I've never had that problem, be honest, but I did a visual inspection on it in the store. Like I pulled it out. Made
That's what
sure
we're gonna
it
have to
looked
do
right,
next
checked
year when we go back.
I checked all the pins and the like, because the LGA style of socket, those pins are so easy to damage.
Oh yeah.
And the old style with the socket pins on the CPUs, those pins could be damaged too, but they're much beefier. You
Yep.
could straighten them without them breaking, right?
Right.
A lot different scenario now. So I just literally said, like, hey, let's pull it out of the box. I want to take a look. Checked it all out. Looked good. Board was clearly brand new, not a mark on it. Threw it back in the box and I went home.
A couple of years ago, they were taping the boxes. Like Micro Center was putting like packaging tape on them to keep them sealed.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah,
all
they
right.
should have some kind of a security seal. If
Now
the
these
seal
guys
is
are like-
broken, the
the-
box has been opened.
The guy today was like, well, only Asus seals their boards. And I'm like, well, Asus fucking breaks anyway. So what does it matter if it's sealed or not? Like, I want Gigabyte. You know what I mean? I want
It's
to.
sealed so you can't see it broken in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Oh
you
wow, look at that.
if you watch the stream mental, I'm putting the CPU in, and then I'm like, why is there thermal paste on everything? And I'm like, oh my god, this board's used. And then I look, and the
Oh,
pins are all
man.
bent. And then the back of the CPU was like gold and black, and I was like, I don't know if it's supposed to be gold and black or if that thing did something. I was like, I'm returning everything. I'm
Wow.
done.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, I couldn't watch the stream today. I had conference calls and crap, so
Well, when you
Oh,
go back, you're gonna be like, what is happening?
that's bizarre.
And then I start screaming and yelling. And the chat is like, be careful when you're driving down there. I was like, don't worry about it.
Wow.
They
Yeah,
were,
that'd be infuriating, man.
yeah, I had to drive an hour, and then it's an hour back. So it's 2 hours of my time plus the time I spent setting up the stream beforehand. It's insane.
Yeah,
More than an
that's
hour
nuts.
because we got stuck in that traffic.
Yeah, we got stuck in traffic on the way down. It is what it is. What can you do?
Nuts.
It wasn't meant to be, and that's okay. That's all right. I'll be back with the PC building at some point. I got to build Anthony's this month, and guess what? He bought those parts a year ago, so no matter what, he's screwed. Like, if he's got bent pins, too bad.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Had the wear on his car to go back to Yonkers today. Yeah, I know. Well, what are you gonna do? I like how I tweeted at Micro Center, and Micro Center, by the way, I don't know if I ever told you this, Mental, but Jeff and I went to Micro Center one time. This is like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, because he wanted to build a PC. He was a Mac guy because he did music, so he always had a Mac. But he wanted to get into PC gaming, so I was like, all right, I'll build you what I built. We go down to Micro Center, and we ask for help. And the guy behind the counter is like, oh, what kind of games do you want to play? And he's like, we're like, well, he wants to like Mortal Kombat and all this stuff. And the guy goes, why don't you just build a Hackintosh? And I was like, what? I was like, he wants to play Steam games. Like, he already has a Mac. What are the specs on his Mac? And it's like, why? Who cares?
Gotta love people like that.
So he's telling us to build a Hackintosh. Meanwhile, a couple hours over is the Apple rep. Which, if you know anything, Apple's paying Micro Center to have a spot there. They don't want the guy down a couple hours down telling you to build a Hackintosh. They want you to go down there and buy a Mac.
Yeah.
So
I've oh, go ahead.
we made a video, right? We didn't think anybody's gonna watch this video. We made a video on YouTube, just like making fun of the guy and saying it was bullshit. This guy commented, Mike, and his last name was Rose Center. And he's like, guys, please message me. We need to like fix this. And I wrote, do you really think we're stupid and we're gonna fall for that stupid name that you got? And the guy replied, no, please. I really do work for the company. We need to talk to you.
Wow.
They watched that video and they sent
That's
it to the
funny.
store, and they were the employees were watching our video in the break room. Because 2 years after that video,
That's funny.
I would go in there and random people would come up to me, hey, I saw that video you made. And I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, the video where you made fun of the guy that used to work here.
Used to work here.
Right. Oh, Mental. He was telling us he has a server that backs up 4 times a day. And we were like, wow, we need to know you back up your porn 4 times a day. Like, we went crazy on this guy. I got the video. I'll send you the video. He looked like one of the wrestlers, so we made fun of him.
That's funny.
Yeah, we had employees commenting like, oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. He's kind of like that, LOL or whatever. It was crazy. So Micro Center made us go down there, me and Jeff, and they gave us $25 gift cards each for the whole thing.
Nice. I built multiple Hackintosh computers, like fully functional, like Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's
back
cool.
in the day.
I'm not against that, but the thing is like, we know what we're there for, and this guy's like trying to tell us to do something different, and we're like, you have the Mac guy right there. Like, you're not supposed to be saying this stuff. And they told us that. They were like, we could have gotten in trouble for that. That this guy's telling you to do that when we have the Apple guy a couple hours over.
Yeah.
And they're paying to be here. And like, he apologized. He's like, and I'm like, I'm not offended, but it's just like, we're trying to shop and this guy being stupid. Just get us the parts so we get out of here and build his computer.
Crazy stuff.
I'm surprised they didn't respond.
I
to me.
tweeted them tonight and they didn't
like,
respond, so screw them. Who cares? They did
Yeah.
the right thing though. The guy looked like Dilbert. He refunded all my money, and that was.
Was it the same guy from yesterday?
We saw that guy. He was like, "How did it go?" And I was like, "Yeah, you sold me a gimped out board." And he thought I kept the RAM in the cooler because he's like, "Oh, I can show you these other boards." I'm like, "No, thanks." I said, "I'll
I'm
come
trying
back."
to sell him a bundle.
Yeah, and I'm like, "I'll come back
bundle.
next
He said
year."
bundle like a million times. Oh, I
Bundle,
can't say
bundle.
this. There's no bundle.
And it was this Asus bundles, and I'm like, you know what? Every time I buy Asus, it breaks. And he's like, "Oh, okay."
Well, we have other boards, but they're not in a bundle.
Oh.
So annoying.
I don't want your crappy Asus board. You're bundling them because nobody wants them. That's why.
Yeah. I don't know, man. PC gaming's in trouble for just the cost of everything. I think gaming in general, this whole like constant inflation of pricing is gonna eventually it's gonna hit hard. There will be a point where console sales stop. People will quit buying games. Especially if there's so much talk of recessions everywhere. Eventually, it's gonna catch up. I mean,
Well, also in
I
gaming,
don't know.
you're laying off all these developers.
Yeah.
Are there going to be
Well,
enough games to, like, how am I saying this? To balance out? Are there going to be enough games to balance out the pricing of this hardware? You know what I mean?
You're gonna pay $700 for an Xbox, and you're gonna get one game a year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No.
And are the games going to be good? That one game a year, is it going to be good? Or is it going to be shit? Like, we're in dangerous territory here with these games.
We're in a lot of trouble if the prices keep going up on everything.
Right.
Right. If they raise the price, like if the price goes to what, $80 US for games, they raise it another $10. Well, now it's $110 Canadian. Like, eventually, people are just going to go, yeah, no thanks. I mean, I almost never buy new games. It's got to be something I'm really stoked about, like,
right.
The upcoming Doom, right? I did buy it. I got it for 20% off through a key store, and that's the only reason I bought it.
Right.
Otherwise, I'd have just waited till it went on sale and came down to a price I was willing to spend on it, right? And people just need to start doing that. And you'll watch the prices will suddenly come down again. They'll do it for reasons that they'll try and pretend aren't a big deal, right? Like they'll start, well, maybe there won't be as many cutscenes, things like that. They waste so much money in production of games with these massively overinflated budgets. Sony's particularly guilty of it. Just cut out all the shit. We don't need 500 side quests. Give us the main story, a few side quests away, and cut out all the crap. The games could be half the length and way better quality and not just full of filler, and sell them for $50 again.
Yep.
People will buy them and they'll be happy. They save some money, they get more games, and they enjoy it all. Like, I can't say how much I get bored of games now. Once I'm hitting the 20-hour mark, if it's not something, really exceptional, I'm kind of like just waiting for it to end.
Yeah, they make the games too long because they want, the value proposition. But it's like, dude, we just want to play a fun game. Like, we don't care.
Yeah.
Like, Mario, listen to me.
Take.
Mario Kart's overpriced at 80, but guess what? People are going to fucking pay it because they want to have fun with Mario Kart. You know what I mean? It's just simple. That's the thing with Nintendo. It's just simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it will set a new bar. If Nintendo's
unfortunately.
successful with it, everybody will think that, okay,
every game is worth 80 and that's it.
Everything's got to be $80. And as long as people keep buying it, this will keep going up. But eventually they're going to hit a wall where finally even the guys, even the fanboys and stuff that think, oh no, okay, it's PlayStation, it's wonderful. Eventually they're going to go, holy shit, these things are expensive. I'm not buying that. And then what? I do think there's going to be a reset here eventually.
There will
and you'll probably see massive layoffs and all kinds of problems, and everybody will be whining support and all that stuff will happen. But, in the end, it's probably in desperate need of a reset, a bit of a crash.
Right.
And we'll get back to the basics. Good games that are a reasonable length for a reasonable budget and sold at a reasonable price. And then the industry will take off again, and maybe they learn a lesson on how to do it right. But constantly
they won't learn
inflating
a
the
lesson.
prices.
Hey, you
One
never
can
know.
hope.
If they hit a
One
wall
can
and
hope.
these companies start going broke,
Yeah.
they might go back to the single player games again.
Yeah, the problem we have in the graphics card industry is, and even CPUs, we're fighting against data centers and AI and all that infrastructure. I mean, they're talking about building massive data centers, nuclear reactors to power. So that's got to tell you something, right?
Wow.
Microsoft is planning on building their own reactors so that they have their own dedicated. It's not going to be a massive reactor. I'm going to guess they're the small ones that are easily deployed, or much more easily deployed. But bottom line is, when you're fighting against that as consumers, like, there's no way Nvidia is going to lower their prices because they don't have to.
Right.
Gaming's an afterthought for them. They're making big bucks selling their chips to data centers and AI farms, right? That's where they're making their money. They don't care about you and me. If that business dried up, they literally wouldn't, until the AI bubble bursts.
Yep.
Then they'd be like, "Oh shit, where's those gamers? Oh, we quit making those? Oh, how hard would it be to start doing that again?" Right? Things will change. I mean, if you look at Nvidia, the 5000 series in general is kind of just trash. Not well received. Doesn't live up to the hype at all. Very small performance gains over last gen. And they've had all kinds of driver problems.
Yeah.
Like,
I
they've
heard
become like
they got
their
like black
drivers are
screen
way
problems.
worse.
That's why I was like,
yeah.
am I opening this thing or
Yeah.
not? And good thing I didn't open it.
Yeah, wake from sleep bugs, where it doesn't reset the temperature data, so it'll wake up and it won't be the temp data that it's getting is stuck. So
Wow.
theoretically, it's possible your GPU could overheat, and it wouldn't know it, right? The
Jeez.
software wouldn't do anything about it. It should have built-in protections that you'd hope would function correctly. But all kinds of problems that are just like, why were they screwing with that stuff? Just to add support for a new graphics card? Like, what's going on here? They're doing dumb crap. Like, they've got all kinds of weird problems like AMD had 10 years ago.
Right.
Stuff that just should not be happening at this point in the game. You're paying an exorbitant price for this new hardware, and your drivers are all up. Like, what's that all about? AMD's drivers have been great lately, apparently. I'm tempted to buy one of their cards just to see, because I haven't had a new AMD in quite a while. It's been probably, I'm gonna guess 6.
I think Back from the
new
Dead
AMD
just
card,
bought
so-
one.
Yeah, that's right. He did. He bought
So
a
we have to see how
9070 XT.
if he streams that. We got to check out his stream, see how the gameplay is.
Yeah. No, they're apparently a really good card, and
Yep.
FSR 4 it rivals DLSS 4, and like visually, apparently it's better in some areas, a little weaker in other areas, but overall it's a match for DLSS now. That's been my biggest thing, is to not picking one up, is because DLSS was so good
Right.
compared to FSR and stuff, right? But now that they're matching those, maybe they need to streaming and stuff like that, because I do use NVIDIA Broadcast. I do like it because it cuts out all that background noise and everything. And my area is noisy, generally speaking, so I like those features. But if AMD can match that, and they have a good card next gen, maybe that's what I do. I don't know. Try AMD again. I used AMD cards for quite a few years. Had good luck with them.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see, but there needs to be proper competition. I'm still hopeful that Intel can get things sorted out. But I don't know. It just feels like there is no true, like, no one's competing for our money anymore. It's like all these companies are just complacent with where they're at.
Look at Xbox.
And-
They're not competing anymore. They waved a white flag and
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, you know what? Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
You want to buy this thing 600? Nobody cares. It's
Yeah,
like
no, they don't care.
that's
AMD's competing a little bit on the GPU front. They did price,
right. They had to.
it's
They had to do that for years though to get where they're at, and good for them. Like they finally competed to
Yeah.
a point where they're the top dog right now, and
on
that's
CPUs.
that's where you wanna be.
Absolutely. Yeah, they competed very well with Zen 1 price to performance.
right.
And Zen 2, same thing. They were definitely, the best value in every category and price. Zen 3, it started to slowly change because now they were, picking up a good market share on the DIY side of things. And then by the 7000 series, that was it. They were top dog in gaming, they were top dog in productivity, and the prices kind of reflected that. And now you got the 9000.
That's
we all
competition.
know
That's what all these companies
Yeah.
should be doing, and they're not.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
everyone's just
And
like,
I w-
oh well, Game Pass. It's like, dude, you gotta compete. Like,
Yeah. AMD needs a little bit of that competition or competitive spirit in the graphics side of things in order to try and rein Nvidia in a little bit. I think there is some pride at Nvidia to do with having the best graphics card. So if AMD could steal that away, we might see a little bit of a return back to competitive pricing. But the way it is right now, it ain't going to happen. AMD seems content to just price their cards a little lower than Nvidia and sell whatever. Although the 9000 series graphics cards are selling like crazy. They're outselling Nvidia's 5000.
oh
From
yeah.
what I understand.
No, we see
Um,
it.
so-
There's a ton of Nvidia cards at Micro Center right now, just sitting there.
Yeah.
So,
Well, in the 5060 Ti, they built that 8 gig one. It's completely useless.
8 gigs.
The
Come on.
16 gig.
Even
okay,
the 57
right.
got 12 gigs. It's like, come on, that's just like right where you need at least 16,
it's
man.
stupid.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what AMD does. If they build an 8 gig 9060, that's just dumb. There's no point in an 8 gig card anymore.
No.
That you can have 1080p gaming can max out 8 gigs of VRAM. So that ship has sailed. Nvidia is just it's idiotic. And they have such a weird product stack because they have that 12 gig 5070 and a 16 gig 5060 Ti.
Nope.
Like, and it's all about penny pinching, right? It's the memory bus that's causing it. And they can't build it wouldn't make sense to have a 24 gigabyte 5070. That wouldn't make sense.
Oh.
So they're stuck. They got to make it a 12 gig card. And,
I'll take 16.
uh,
Come on.
yeah. They're just not thinking it through anymore. And it's like, they're making so much money. I don't think they care at all about the gaming side of stuff, and their pricing and their strategy shows it. We're getting smaller chips that historically would not be in the class they're in.
Right.
The 5070 is hard. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
The 5080 is 70 class card.
Yep.
That 5080 should have been the 5070. That's just the reality.
Yeah.
But they'll give you that 8 to 10% performance increase in a generation. That's pathetic. If you look at the 4090 compared to a 3090, there's a massive increase.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
60 to 70%.
I remember.
Yeah, it was huge. I'll be running my 4090 for the next 2 years, and we'll see what the next gen looks like.
Yeah.
I just don't care. The only thing that beats it is the 5090. And it's not by much, right? It's a 10 to 20% faster card. Well, who cares?
Yeah. The 40 series still holds its own.
Yeah.
Now, I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. But Pink,
Sure.
do you want to promote what's going on Sunday?
Yes. So everybody, make sure to join us over on 4GQ TV for Majestic Mayhem Sunday 9 o'clock. We have Julia Marchese as our guest. We're going to be hanging out with her. If you love horror, you need to come and you need to join. She is one
Sorry.
of Stephen King's.
If we love horrors,
No. Oh God, no. Oh no, no, no. I'm not. I don't know her.
Oh.
I mean, I live your life. If that's what she's doing, I don't know, man. But I'm
I'm just
totally not
kidding.
making those accusations.
I'm just kidding.
If you love horror movies, the
Yeah.
horror genre, please come join us. Yeah, she's one of Stephen King's dollar babies. So she was one of the people who got to license one of his short stories and made a movie out of it. She's a writer. She's a producer. She
Cool.
has a podcast where her and her bestie, they review horror movies and they give you tips on how to be the one who gets to survive. So yeah, it's going to be a fun time. And like I mentioned last week, most interviews are very professional and organized, and that's not us. We're going to have fun with it. So yeah, join us.
So check them out
Right on.
next
Sounds cool.
Sunday on 4GQ TV at
Yeah.
9 p.m. Eastern for Majestic Mayhem. And shout out to Dreadpool as well. Frank, any final words for
Yeah.
this?
This is absolutely absurd. And when I find out what GameStop is doing, I'll tweet it out so everyone can see what's happening. Because I'm just curious to see what they're going to do. They still haven't updated their site. I just checked.
I gotta go get this stupid soda, and I hope he didn't leave
Frank-
that soda in the freezer.
Frank is
How
so
long's it been
over
in
it.
there?
Did you see Frank just like sinking in the chair before? Frank is just like, he's done. He just can't believe this is happening.
I'm shocked, and I don't know.
The
This is
drama,
crazy.
the Xbox drama is like the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's literally week to week. Like, so much crappy drama
Insane.
over a fucking console that sucks.
It's not worth it.
Ridiculous.
Just have fun with your PlayStation. Have fun with your Switch.
Have fun with your Xbox, but I mean, shit. I mean, I don't even know anymore. I don't even know.
It's not fun anymore.
Oh no!
And the soda's been in the freezer for over 5 hours.
It's a very loving soda.
There's a chance that it didn't explode, so hopefully I'll go
There's
over
a
there.
slim
And,
chance, yeah.
Well, please let us know, because now I want to know what happened.
oh,
I
you're
will not be cleaning the freezer if it did break because I had nothing to do with
that will be
this.
thrown away, and Jeff
Get
will
out
have to
there.
come back up here on Friday and buy us a new freezer. I mean, that's just the way it's gonna go. So, all right, I'm gonna run. Mental, you
Good
have
luck.
anything to say before we run about this?
It's mind blowing, mind blowing. But check out my latest videos if you haven't
That's
seen.
right.
Got a few of them on there, and give that thumbstick replacement one a bit of love. I don't know why, but YouTube is hating that video. It is not pushing. It's only had less than 200 impressions, and the Xbox controller videos have thousands of impressions on them, so it's really weird. They just are not pushing that one out. Very strange. I thought it was a good video, but I did say the word idiot. The only other time I've had a video do really badly, I said idiot in that one too.
Right.
Is that
So,
like
It here.
is that a Canadian curse word?
I don't know. I don't know. I actually swore and said shit in the other one, and it's getting pushed out just fine. So I don't know what's very
Gotta start
bizarre.
cursing.
I think, yeah, I guess
Canadian
so.
YouTube was
I
like,
don't
whoa,
know.
whoa, whoa, buddy. That's too
It's
far.
like, hold on, you can't say that. The I word? Are you kidding? Yeah, I don't know. It's freaking weird though. Really freaking weird because the click-through rate on it is like 2%. It's
Wow.
way up, and so it's like the people that are seeing it, most of them, like a lot of them, are clicking on it. And my Xbox controller ones, the click-through rate's like 1%. Like it's terrible, but they've pushed it out like 8,000 times. It's getting it's really bizarre. I don't know.
Controversy
Who knows with
creates
YouTube?
cash, I guess.
I don't know.
Frank dropped
YouTube,
your
man,
link, Mental
it's
9R.
weird.
It's Caffeine Entertainment on
Thank you very
YouTube.
much.
Go there,
Yeah, thanks
subscribe
very
right
much.
now, and check his videos out right now because I got to run. But
Great on.
thank you for being here,
It was
Mental.
fun.
Thanks for jumping in.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's always
Good
fun.
times.
Thank
Always
you,
fun.
Pink, for coming on, taking Anthony's place because Anthony doesn't know what he's doing tonight. And Frank, thanks for being a trooper and coming on here again, dealing with this drama.
I couldn't miss it.
So we'll see what happens tomorrow, everybody. I hope we don't have to come back here tomorrow night because I'm going to be at work and I don't have time for this.
Right on.
Everyone in the
Take it
chat,
easy,
thank you so
guys.
much. RWK, he super chatted $1.99 before, so shout out to him. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you.
And
Right
he's
on.
glad to see Pink here. Yeah, well, I'm glad she's here. So
All that insightful commentary I added today. Whew, couldn't live without me.
Woohoo.
we'll
Wouldn't
check
have been the same.
we'll check her out
No.
on Sunday in Majestic Mayhem with Death Dealer, and we'll catch you guys later.